Did you know that job hunting PTSD is a real thing? So I decided that I wanted to look for a new job, partially because I have some short-term financial goals and I feel like my business will not grow fast enough in order for me to meet those goals. So in my mind, a new job was it, one that was paying me a lot more than I'm making right now. So I asked one of my friends who is very good at doing interviews and assessing people's CVs to help me fix up my CVs so that I could be positioned to stand out from the crowd. As she was going through my CV and identifying all the areas where she felt there was a need to improve the way I stated stuff, to have more measurable results and numbers, I started to feel like my cortisol levels started to spike and I started to feel a little bit stressed. And because my friend is perceptive, she realized that I was feeling a bit stressed and she said, "What am I seeing there? Is it resistance? What are you feeling?" And I started to describe to her what I was feeling as she was telling me all the things I needed to improve. And you know what she said to me? "It sounds like you have job hunting PTSD." And she was right. I felt like I had heard the things that she had said so many times, and I've done so much work to try to improve my CV over almost 10 years, and almost every time it has resulted in absolutely nothing. Hi again, ladies. Jamila Bannister here, your personal brand and visibility strategist. And if you are experiencing job hunting PTSD like I was, I am going to tell you the 5 signs that you need to look out for in your side hustle for you to know that it's time to go all in on that business so that it can move from side hustle to a full-fledged business that is actually generating the kind of money that you want to make, so you no longer have to suffer through the grueling job hunt. Sign number 1 is that you have found purpose through your business. When I started J Bannister Branding, I started it because in the back of my mind, I knew I was good at branding, I knew I was good at marketing, I knew I was excellent at PR. And I started doing little bits of work here and there with short-term contracts. But once I really started to lock in and I'd gone through my diagnosis, I'd gone through the cancer battle and came out on the other side, that business shifted from just being a business focused on marketing to a business that was truly purpose-driven in my mission to help women understand their value so that they could position themselves for better opportunities. This purpose attached to the business allowed me to see the business at a whole new level and through a whole new lens. It also allowed me to connect with people in a brand new way and allow the business to be positioned as highly valuable in the minds of potential customers. This means that now I do have a pipeline of people who are ready and willing to work with me, and they are ready and willing to commit their resources to paying the fees for my programs. Now, when I started engaging with this business, it was all about getting the money, getting the money. But once I started shifting to purpose-driven work, where my goal really wasn't about me so much, but it was about serving the people who I know need my help, it totally transformed the way I did business. If you are looking to go all in on your brand and you're wondering, is it time? If you have truly tied purpose to your business, this is the first sign that you are ready to start committing totally to your brand and business. Sign number 2 that it's time to pull back from the extreme job hunt and really start focusing on building a brand that you could be proud of is when the job hunting grind starts registering almost like trauma. Now, when I say the job hunt registers a trauma, I don't want you to think that I'm being extra and I'm using the word trauma, out of context. But sometimes it could really feel traumatic to have to go through the same thing over and over again and get no result, or at least not get the result that you are hoping for. Particularly when you know you have a lot to offer and it seems as though nobody will give you a chance. The truth is that you have to start giving yourself a chance. You have to start giving your brand a chance. You have to start using your skills to create a space, to create opportunities for yourself. Because when you do that, it gives you a measure of control and you feel like you're making some progress in the direction that you would like to go. So when the job hunt starts registering as something that you would prefer to run away from rather to go into with hope and go into with desire for making an impact, I think it's time for you to start thinking about how could I make my skills work for me in a business that I build upon a brand and a purpose that I know fulfills a need for people who need me. So less job hunting, less trauma, more brand and business, more fulfillment, and more income. Sign number 3, that it may be time to redirect some of that job hunting energy into your own brand and business is when you've had at least one product that you've put onto the market, tested, and it has been proven. And by proven, I mean at least 1 or 2 people have bought it, they've given you feedback, and you have a sense of what the market wants. So perhaps you have a service that you offer. Maybe you're into event management, maybe you're into some type of consulting, or you have a workshop, or you have some sort of event, and people have actually bought into it, they've enjoyed it, they've given you feedback, but you've never taken it further than that one time. Now may be the time to start looking back on those proven products, or that proven event, that proven workshop, or even that proven service. You may have to start investing in things like structure for the product, branding for the product, maybe even a product name or even a product style, and you have to start packaging that in a way that you can sell it on repeat to the audience that needs it. So instead of spending your time grinding on the job hunt with no idea whether or not you would actually break through the doors of the corporate machine, maybe it's time for you to start building the doors on your own product and on your own business for you to take it to market. I can assure you the lessons you learn by doing this will far outstrip anything that you would learn inside of a conventional job, because you will be the CEO of that brand, that company, that product, and you would learn it inside out. You will learn everything from product development to marketing to positioning to selling to customer service and customer experience. You would be the complete package. So it's worth the effort. If you have a proven product, time to start thinking about redirecting your job hunting energy into your own brand and business. Sign number 4, that you need to start redirecting your energies from the aggressive job hunt into building your own business is when you have a clear sense of your financial status when it comes to your side hustle and business, and you have a clear plan for growth. Now, one thing that small business owners or side hustlers are notorious for is that we are terrible with our business finances. Ask me how I know. But when you decide that you want to start growing in a particular direction, what's very important is that you have a clear sense of what is happening inside of the finances of your business. This means you may need to engage an accountant to help you sort through things like your income, your expenses, and all of the things that may be affecting your growth. You would be amazed at how much money you're probably making if you actually took the time to sit down and go through your accounts. And once you do that, you could have a clear sense of the path you could create for the business in order for it to grow and grow sustainably. You might actually be in a position to acquire financing for your business, but you'd never know this if you don't spend time understanding the finances inside of your business. So in order for you to move from a hodgepodge side hustle into a business that can actually generate the income that you want, so you don't have to be on the job hunt grind, it's really important that you start to learn to understand your finances so you can put yourself on a proper growth path. Now, speaking of growth path and recurring finances, this takes me to sign number 5. And sign number 5, that it may be time for you to draw back from the excessive job hunting and just focus on growing your business, is when you have seen steady growth in your income and it has gotten to the point where it matches your salary or even surpasses it. Now, one of the best signs of growth is that you are no longer worried about how you are generating income. You can see a clear pipeline for growth. You have leads coming in, you are closing those deals, you're delivering that service, and people are satisfied with what you are offering. This is a surefire way that you will be generating a monthly recurring revenue. When you're at the point where you are generating money at this level, you know you are consistently doing something right. So you don't need a job to validate you or pay you more. You just need to go all in on the business that you already have. If you do this, in no time, I'm sure you'll be transitioning out from the job that you actually have now into your business full-time. So if you are on the job hunt and you're experiencing spikes in your cortisol or stress or flashbacks from the job hunt where you've gotten disappointment after disappointment and rejection after rejection, and you realize, I think it's time for me to go all in on the thing that I'm good at, this is your sign to do so. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, then like and subscribe to this channel, because you could help more women see videos like this and help them get off that stressful job grind and actually put their energy into something that is meaningful and profitable for them. Now, if you want to learn how to increase your visibility so you can sell more of what you already have, then you might be interested in my program, the Brandprint Visibility Accelerator. Just click the link in the description so you could know when the next enrollment is and you can sign up. And if you want to actually turn your corporate skills into a product that people absolutely love because it is exactly what they need and a product that you are very good at delivering, then you might want to consider my Brand from Scratch program, my one-on-one consulting and product development program to help you develop your own knowledge product that you can launch onto the market profitably. This too you can access at the link in the description. If you've ever experienced job hunt trauma, let me know in the comments and let me know what you've done to overcome it. Once again, thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate your presence and I will see you in the next one.